everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by today. My name is Jennifer and I am the owner of JennMedArt. Please hit that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram. Today you'll be learning how to suture or how to improve your suturing skills. Now, disclaimer, I am not a doctor or a surgeon. I'm an artist and a third-year medical student, but I really find joy in suturing. I think it's fun, I think it's cool, and I definitely think it's a necessity. And since I'm good at it, I thought I would teach others. I feel like anybody can learn. You don't have to be in the medical field to learn how to suture. You never know when you might need it. So with that being said, let's start with the basics. I'm just going to quickly go over the instruments that I'll be using. This right here is the needle driver. It has a little locking method right here. And now how to hold it. So you want to hold it with the curve facing upwards. You also want to put your ring finger in the bottom hole and your thumb in the top. And I like to put my index finger out here to support and control the needle driving, just like this. These are forceps. Specifically, they're toothed forceps. As you can see, it has a tooth and it comes together like this. And here, it's just a pair of scissors. And the suturing pad right here, I got it off of Amazon. If you can see, the very top layer is the epidermis. The darker yellow layer is the dermis. And this pink layer right here, that'll be your subcutaneous layer. Now, before I get started with the actual suturing process, I'm going to go ahead and show you this diagram that I've drawn. It should help you visualize what we're about to do. So I'm right-handed, so I'm always going to enter through the right side of the incision and go to the left. If you're left-handed, you will start on the left side of the incision and go to the right. Now the dashed lines that are a little faded here, those represent the sutures that are underneath the skin. The solid white lines that you see represent the sutures that are above the skin. So since I'm right-handed, I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go in through the skin, through the incision, back out the skin, and tie it off. Now make sure when you're tying it off, you're not tying it off on the incision, but you're actually tying it off towards the side of the incision. It could be the right or the left side. And we'll do that again. Go through the skin, through the incision, out of the skin, and tie it off. Go through the skin, through the incision, out of the skin, and tie it off. And we'll just keep repeating that until the incision is fully closed. Now to begin with the actual suturing process. So we're going to use this non-absorbable nylon monofilament 3O. I don't have any particular reason as to why I'm using it. It's black, so it will show up against this lighter skin toned suturing pad. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it. And grab my needle driver to bring out the needle. Now obviously if this was a real person, I would have gloves on. But since we're in this COVID pandemic, I'm gonna save the gloves and just use my bare hands. Now, you want to grab the needle about 2/3 up towards the end, just like this. You can see that. It's not all the way on the end, but it's not close to the middle either. It's about 2/3 up. Oh, another thing that I wanted to mention. So this is 3O. The lower the number, the thicker the thread. and the higher the number, the thinner the thread. So a 3/0 would be thinner than, say, a 1/0. But the 3/0 would also be thicker than a 6/0. Alright, so let's begin here. So I'm going to zoom in so that it's easier for you to see what I'm doing, so you can follow along. Okay, so we're going to start about 3 to 5 millimeters from the incision site. So probably around here. We go through the dermis, come through the other side about the same distance. And we're going to pull that through. So we're going to pull it all the way until we have a tail, not too long, not too short. Okay, so we're going to start with a surgeon's knot, which is going to be 2 wraps around the needle driver, 1, 2. Grab the tail end of the thread, pull it through, and secure it like that. And then we're going to do it backwards 1 time. Grab the tail and secure it on the other side. So now, since it's a simple interrupted suture, we are done with this one suture. And we're going to begin again. The same thing. So we're going to go ahead and grab the needle about 2/3 up. I'm going to come down a little bit, about 5 millimeters down. And start the next incision. Now I'm doing 1 bite through both sides, but I will also show you how to do it with 2 bites. It's pretty simple. It's basically the same thing. So again, the surgeon's knot. So we're going to wrap twice. 1, 2. Not too tight. Grab the tail end, pull it through to secure it. Oops, and since it's nylon, it's super slippery, so we're going to do that. Move this out of the way. And then we're going to go forward, grab the tail, and tighten. Backwards once, grab the tail, forward, grab the tail, backwards, grab the tail. So you can do it about 4 to 5 times, and then cut off the excess. Right here, take it a little shorter. Okay, so we're going to move on and start another suture. Remember, ring finger, thumb, about 3 to 5 millimeters from the incision. Same depth on both sides. Okay, let me show you the 2 bites. So this will be 1 bite. Pull it through. Oops. Let's do it again. So this will be 1 bite. Pull it through. And then we're going to do a 2nd bite. So you see how it's the same thing, it's just separated. And it has to be the same distance and the same 1/5. It's a little further out. Now, supposedly the 2 bite is supposed to be easier than a 1 bite, but for me, I think doing 1 bite is way easier and quicker. Okay, so we're going to do the surgeon's knot. 1, 2, grab the tail, and pull it through to tighten. And then we're going to do it backwards once, grab the tail, and tighten. Forward, grab the tail, tighten. Backwards, grab the tail, tighten. Forwards, grab the tail, tighten. Alright, I'm going to cut off the excess. You don't want to cut it too short because then it has a higher chance of slipping out and coming undone. Alright, so I'm going to do a few more. And definitely feel free, if you have your suture pad with you, feel free to just follow along. Okay, I'm going back to 1 bite. I'll leave the tail on the end. Make that a little longer. Surgeon's knot. 1, 2. Grab the tail. And then once in the other direction. Grab the tail. And then backwards. Once, forwards. Once, backwards. Once. And then cut off the excess. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking now. But definitely, again, feel free to join in. I'm just going to keep doing this until I get all the way to the end of this suture or until I run out of thread. Now, if you make a mistake and you go a little too far out, like I have on this one, just go ahead and pull it up before you pull the string through. Replace your needle just like that. Because, you know, this patient is numb, so they won't feel this, hopefully. So I hope you found this video helpful. So this is your simple interrupted suture, and please stay tuned for the next video, which will be the simple continuous suture. And if you are a doctor or a surgeon and you have any advice or constructive criticism for me, I'm all ears. Alright, thank you guys for watching.